Yo ho ho, Dom Mafia. Welcome to yet another edition of the Dom Mafia Report. And ladies and gentlemen, let me make a brief confession. I was legitimately staring at this computer screen, determining whether or not that I should title the video the title that I gave it. I say that because I have a bit of post-traumatic stress disorder. As many of you may remember, I made a video about our first playoff matchup against the Houston Texans with a very similar theme that I thought the Buffalo Bills were essentially about to f them up. And ultimately, we all know what ended up happening. But what ultimately allowed me to agree with myself and agree with my mindset was the fact that the 2020 Buffalo Bills are a hell of a lot different than the 2019 Bills. Going into 2019, I just had the goal of winning a couple of playoff games. With the way that our team has been playing right now, I want the whole thing. Without further ado, welcome to my preview video of the Buffalo Bills versus the Indianapolis Colts. Per usual, guys, I'm going to be previewing exactly how I feel the Colts offense is going to perform against the Buffalo Bills defense, and then how the Buffalo Bills offense is going to be performing against the Indianapolis Colts defense. This game is about to be, I would say, pretty legendary, guys, to be honest with you. The Buffalo Bills ended up sliding into the playoffs with the second seed, and we are welcoming the Indianapolis Colts into Buffalo. It's supposed to be a blistery motherfucking day up there, and I could not be happier. As long as there's no rain, let's just prepare ourselves to see another light show from Josh Allen, but I digress. Starting off with the Colts offense and the Buffalo Bills defense. Now, when you think of the Colts offense, and there's a couple of podcasts that I have been listening to, and they make fantastic points, saying that the Colts offense is very one-dimensional. They play offense like they're playing in the 1990s. Ground and pound, short dink and dunk passes, basically good old 90s football. And as many of you know, the NFL has been evolving offensively. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Shit, look at the Buffalo Bills. The Indianapolis Colts are not like that. You have an aging quarterback in Philip Rivers. He may have 37 kids, but his football career is slowly dwindling down. And he's played in Los Angeles or San Diego his entire career, and then he ended up moving over to Indianapolis, which plays in a dome. Philip Rivers, in general, has had a significant problem holding on to the football. He's been throwing several interceptions throughout the past couple of years, has trouble with ball security. But then again, his weapons can be somewhat scary. I mean, of course, you have T.Y. Hilton, who has won me many fantasy games. Thank you, my friend. I have nothing against you. But then the kicker, right? That's going to be rookie Jonathan Taylor. Now, during the beginning of the season, he really wasn't utilized as much as I was anticipating him to be used. I believe they started off with Hines. But then Jonathan Taylor started gradually controlling the majority of the snaps. And boy, oh boy, this dude can run. Last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars, he ended up putting over 250 yards on the ground, and he had about 2 or 3 other games this season very similar to that. So this Colts offense is a very, very run-the-damn-ball type of team. Now, should Buffalo Bills fans be worried? Not necessarily, because if you look at all of these games where Jonathan Taylor ended up completely dominating, his opponents were in the bottom echelon of the league when it came to stopping the run. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be some homer here and tell you that the Buffalo Bills are fantastic at stopping the run. We are not. But the fact that we have both of our healthy linebackers in Matt Milano and Tremaine Edmonds, who are tremendously athletic, they're not going to allow Taylor to get on the outside. They've been making their tackles relatively consistently since both of them have been healthy. I think our linebackers can really take it to him. From there, as long as our front four gets in Philip Rivers' face, he gets the ball away rather quickly, we can almost guarantee we know what we are going to see from the Colts on Saturday at 1 p.m. So at the end of the day, what we need to do on a defensive side of the thing is completely shut down the run and get in Philip Rivers' face. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's quarterbacks out there that I will look you in the eye and I'll be like, you know what? I do not want to put the ball in this guy's hands. He can beat us. Philip Rivers is not one of those quarterbacks. He cannot do it himself. If they have any chance of winning this game, they need Jonathan Taylor to consistently move the ball. But at the end of the day, our defense may not even have to do anything because our offense is just going to be scoring at will and the Colts are going to have no choice but to rely on Phillip Rivers to help them catch up and win this game, which is a tremendous segue into how do I feel that the Buffalo Bills are going to perform against the Colts defense. Now, when I think of the Colts defense, and they're a very good defense, they really are, especially in the beginning of the season. They have great pressure right at the front four. Their secondary is decent. It's like middle of the pack. Linebackers are decent, like middle of the pack by itself. But who really scares me is DeForest Buckner. I mean, this guy is an absolute animal. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the exact type of game that we ended up seeing from both of the LA squads when we ended up going up against one of the Bosa brothers and we ended up going up against Aaron Donald. This is a tremendous defensive lineman which can throw even the best offensive lineman on their damn ass to make a play. So ideally, what Josh Allen is going to have to do is he is going to have to avoid Buckner as much as possible. I'm not necessarily saying that Buckner needs to be double teamed, but I'm just saying that Josh Allen needs to be ready to roll out to the right side, hence would be a major problem for the Colts. Like I said with the secondary, they are about middle in the league, right? And when you look at the past couple of games, especially toward our last quarter of the season, the Buffalo Bills have legitimately been torching some of the best defenses in the entire NFL. And statistically, the Colts, like I said, are somewhere in the middle of the pack. So what the Buffalo Bills need to do is Josh Allen just needs to keep an eye on Buckner, and he just needs to pick on that secondary. He needs to pick on the middle of the field and just keep on doing what he is doing. If we can go on ahead and put up 56 points against the top scoring defense in the entire NFL, like the Miami Dolphins, if we can completely embarrass the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, there's nothing stopping us, ladies and gentlemen. There's really nothing stopping us. As far as keys to the game, I'm going to have to say that the Buffalo Bills just need to go on ahead and just roll out there and just completely destroy this defense. They're going to run the ball. That's the best thing that the Colts do. But the quickest way for us to shut down this run game of the Indianapolis Colts is going to be legitimately the Buffalo Bills going up 21-0, 28-0 in the half. Completely jacking the score up, rolling the score, having zero mercy going into the game. If we do that, then Phillip Rivers is going to have to try and make a comeback with his arm, which we know is going to be relatively difficult, especially going up against the Buffalo Bills defense, who is currently third in the entire league for total takeaways. Second key of the game, I would probably have to say, watch Buckner. He is an amazing defensive lineman. He can do his thing. He really can. So Josh Allen is just going to have to keep an eye on him, but at the same time, don't let it ruin his focus. He needs to take what the defense gives him. And yeah, dude, just absolutely light it up. So yeah, Dom Mafia, that's going to be my preview video for the very first playoff game. I'm very confident in this win, guys. If I had to give a score prediction, dude, I have a feeling this is going to be a dominating performance. I see the Buffalo Bills winning 35-10, like legitimately. Like I legitimately see us winning 35-10, maybe even more. I mean, we're at home. We finally have Bills Mafia is going to be there. I mean, the story is just coming together so perfectly. I can't see us not winning this game. So do me a favor, leave a comment. What do you think the final score prediction is going to be? What's your biggest worry with this Colts team? What is your game plan? Pour your damn heart out in the comments section, baby. I gotta hear it. But yeah, Dom Mafia, once again, be on the lookout for a couple of pretty cool collabs. I'm going to be going on to Brandon Perna's podcast. He's the guy from That's Good Sports. I'm going on his podcast, That's Good Broncos, to talk Buffalo Bills on Wednesday. Not sure when it drops, maybe Thursday. Wednesday night, I'm hosting the AFC East Roundtable. And I know a lot of you have been asking, what's going down with TD? Well, we're going to figure it out. It's right here on my channel at 9. Friday, I'm going to have a Buffalo Bills Roundtable with a couple of new guests. And one old friend. I think you guys are definitely going to enjoy that. And then Saturday, of course, I'm going to be streaming my live game reaction. And let's hope my blood pressure does not go through the roof, and this is just a very steamroll type of day. Dom Mafia, thank you so much for tuning in to yet another edition of the Dom Mafia Report. And before I let you go, always remember, let's go Buffalo.